fun and try to make science sexy, okay? So first off, why collagen? Okay, collagen is a structural protein. It is hot right now, and it should be. Why? Because about a third of the protein inside of your body is made up of collagen, okay? So the body produces collagen really well from all the different proteins that we eat, but this is done quite well when we're young. At about the age of 30, this process of collagen production steeply declines. And this is when the audience says, boo. Right at about 35 or so, we start to see a little crow's feet, a little bit of wrinkles. We start to see it in our skin first, but the lack of collagen is actually affecting every single organ in our body. It's just the skin is the largest organ and it's our outside organ. So we start to see what? Saggy, dull, wrinkled looking skin. It's just awful. Not a fan, 0 stars, do not recommend, right? But does taking collagen actually work? I don't know about you guys. I see collagen everywhere. I see it at the pharmacy. I see it even at a gas station. I see it at Whole Foods. There's entire sections now. Does it actually work? Is it effective to take? Well, the science is pretty clear that it does work. Yeah, that actually taking collagen helps with deep wrinkles, fine lines, dry, sagging skin, and so much more. In fact, that's why I really want to tell you, even though maybe you were attracted to this presentation because of our before and afters, and they're quite compelling, I gotta say. They're pretty amazing. I want you to know that our collagen benefits beyond just skin, goes way deeper than skin. It is your nail health, hair growth, muscle recovery, joint support. Collagen is imperative for your gut health, like, preparing the lining in your intestines. I didn't know this, but collagen is imperative also for bone strength, and 90% of your eyeballs are made up of collagen. Collagen is also very useful to help the liver detox and detoxify. And it's used in our cardiovascular system, in our heart, our veins, our arteries, to keep them flexible and malleable. And this is important because we don't want them to be rigid and hardened as we age. Collagen helps with sleep, mood, our brain health, cognitive support, even protecting our brain from different age-related issues. And this is an adult show. Can I just say also sexual health? Collagen is really important. And so ladies, let your husbands know this is an amazing product for men's health. So what makes True Science liquid collagen superior and unique? If you can go to Costco and go get the big blue bottle for like $50, why would it make sense to take a different one? Like, what sets us apart? I think that's a valid question. Now, we have amazing comparison charts that break this all down, and I could discuss, the differences between marine collagen peptides and chicken or bovine, or how we have more collagen, or ours is easier to drink or tastes better. But I want to tell you what really makes us superior and what really makes us unique. It's our true science, hence the name, True Science Liquid Collagen. It's our true science that truly sets us apart from the competition. And I don't want you guys, if you're going to be taking collagen, which you should, I don't want you wasting your hard-earned dollars on something that just is inferior or doesn't work. If I'm going to spend any money on a supplement, it better be working, and it better be the best. Now, what makes this different? It's kind of an ARM approach. If you kind of want to go with me on this one, ARM, the ARM approach. And this is because our liquid collagen activates, it replenishes, and it maintains. Let's break these down for you inside of the formula. The activation portion of our True Science Liquid Collagen begins with this beautiful plant. I mean, isn't she gorgeous? I just never seen a prettier plant in my life. This is ruby red quinoa extract. It's grown in Taiwan. And we have found, our scientists found, that in these studies, it activates certain genes that boost collagen production. So TGM1, KRT1, KRT10. You didn't know you were coming to science class here today, did you? And it also boosts these natural antioxidants like SOD, catalysts. These are the superheroes in our blood that go and fight cellular crime. So all the different assaults from pollution or secondhand smoke or food dyes or chemicals or bad water quality or indoor air quality, these things cause free radical damage. And what our ruby red quinoa extract does is it helps fight that damage. It also increases something called Colla-1A2. This is a type 1 collagen that is about 90% of our skin's collagen is type 1. And we saw in 8 weeks that this particular extract from ruby red quinoa increases collagen production by 42% in 8 weeks. This is insane. This extract also helps absorb collagen into the cells. So I want you guys to understand, most of the other collagens on the market, all that I'm aware of, I don't want to say all because I haven't looked at every single possible brand. They're just trying to shove collagen inside of the cells. This is important to have a more balanced approach because when you activate these genes, it helps the cells open the doors to say, yeah, come on in. It also, this ruby red quinoa decreases the MMP9 gene, and that's the actual gene that breaks down or degrades the collagen we got. So I'm almost 38. I want to keep every ounce of collagen in my body that I have. So decreasing that MMP9 is essential. Now, of course, we have studies and charts and science and validation, and that is the theme of LifeVantage. You're going to learn a little bit more about why we've become so obsessed with being the world leader in activation, because anybody can sell collagen, and they do, but nobody can say that they activate collagen to the way that we do because we have the proof. Bottom line is that you don't want to simply take collagen. You want to activate your own collagen production. Look at this 8-week result. So you'll see that in the greens and kind of going into like the yellows and the reds and things like that. That's all collagen. At the baseline, it's a lot of black. There's very little collagen there. And just 8 weeks later, look how much is filled out. Look how much the density has increased, over doubling in just 8 weeks. That's the results that we're seeing in our studies. Now, of course, if we're going to be a liquid collagen, we should replenish. We have to actually have collagen in the product. And we decided on hydrolyzed marine peptides. So this 5,000 milligrams, that's the clinical dose that we've seen in studies, that is very efficient, especially with skin, collagen density, elasticity, and moisture. So that's the glow. We source these from wild caught and sustainably caught fish. Now, what's unique about our blend is that unlike our competitors that usually have just like type 1 and type 3 collagen, like they usually don't just have like 2 strains, we have 10 different types of collagen. So these collagens actually work in different parts. Like some collagen works more in the joints, some collagen works more in the gut or the skin. You get my point there. And then the M of our ARM approach is maintain. And this is our citrus and berry extract blend. It's proprietary. And we use this blend of blueberry, young pumpkin fruit, and acerola berry to supply vitamin C and antioxidants to promote collagen and elastin production. These actually slow down the breakdown of what you already have. So how many of you have ever slept on a really bad mattress? If you've ever slept on like a 20-year-old lumpy, broken down, horrible mattress, like me too, right? In like my friend's basement, and you wake up and your neck hurts and your back hurts. Why? Because the coils of that interspring mattress have been broken down over time. I want you to envision that's kind of like your collagen. And if we can slow that breakdown of your quote unquote mattress, which would be your skin and your gut and your brain, this is actually going to help maintain youth in all parts of your body. Now, what's not in it? No added sugar, no artificial sweeteners. It's non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free. And by the way, it tastes incredible. How this freaking tastes. I will say it's my favorite 1.7 ounces of my day. That's my only complaint. They should make it in like a 5 to 8 ouncer and throw it in like a wine bottle and walk around. It'd just be great. So True Science liquid collagen results. Again, we saw an increase in 8 weeks, collagen density by 42%, skin roughness reduced by 10%, the depths of crow's feet nearly reduced by a quarter. We saw the increase in the blood catalase levels of those antioxidants by 200+%. and an increase in skin elasticity by 8% in just 8 weeks. Now, I do know that one of the biggest questions I get, and you might be thinking, well, why liquid, right? Powders, it's cheaper, it's less expensive to ship, it's easier to travel with, right? And that's all true. But I got to tell you guys, you kind of get what you pay for. So when you have a powder, only about 10 to 30% of it is actually going to be absorbed, right? So you need 3 to 10 times as much of the collagen to get that into your body and absorb it. This is because the collagen pieces are huge. And what we use is a hydrolyzed liquid collagen. So imagine they're already chopped up in tiny little pieces and it's water soluble. So it absorbs it over 90%. It instantly goes into the cells and goes to work. Okay, enough talking, right? Yada, 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 yada. Enough chit chat. Show me the results, because I truly believe that documentation beats conversation. And here's the thing that's going to be compelling. Every before and after I show you is typically just a few weeks on the product. Now, mind you, guys, these are just average people, a lot of different ages and backgrounds. We've done our best, like unfiltered. These are my friends. This is Jane on the left. Look at her after 30 days. The smile line's going away. The crow's feet are fading. This is my girlfriend, Steph, on the right. Look at her neck and décolleté. We see that, especially with women, very, very, very quickly. So ladies, if that's a trouble area, you're really going to love this. We have Seth on the left-hand side. Look at his crow's feet reduction in just 2 weeks. We got beautiful Becky on the right-hand side. We're even noticing hyperpigmentation starting to fade. That glow is coming back. This is my mom on the left. My mom is nearly 70 years young. She's stunning. And I have witnessed her transformation in person, in the flesh. And it's just incredible. Like head to toe, her skin has totally changed. Again, necklines, forehead lines, under eye circles, pigmentation, the glow. Look at the lady on the left. I don't know about you. It looks like she just got back from like 2 weeks in Cabo. She's like, I am rested. I am relaxed. I'm rejuvenated. She looks like she got a facelift. No, just True Science Liquid Collagen. The forehead lines, right? These are typical where you do Botox, legs, wrinkling skin, cellulite, stretch marks. Look at my buddy, Sean. We all love Sean Poe. Look at his 30 and 45 days results. Sean, you look 10 years younger. I gotta say, stunning. We're seeing those laugh lines start to fill in. Guys, this is no filler. This is your collagen going to work again. Under eye circles, this is really hard to treat without surgery. Again, the glow, the youthfulness, the suppleness, you see that in these before and afters. Legs, crepiness, stomachs, you name it, postpartum. This is an essential product. Hair, I mentioned hair, right? Absolutely incredible. And we can't leave out more guys. I just love seeing these before and afters. So aren't these incredible? Isn't this just absolutely, these are within weeks or a couple months on the product, not years, and no drastic or, crazy surgeries or dangerous, sort of treatments. But I got to make this point here. This is where it becomes so crucial for your health. Because if people are already seeing these results on the outside, can you imagine what is happening on the inside? Remember I said nails, hair, gut, liver, joints, bones, cardiovascular, brain health. All those systems are positively impacted by collagen and by these antioxidants. So I know at this point, it's only been a few minutes together, but hasn't it been fun? Haven't we had a good time? You might be ready to start your own transformation. You might be saying, hey, yep, take my money. Let's go. I want to feel good. 2023 around the corner. Like, let's make this transformation happen.